Today we're going through another workplace rendering, and we're going to go through the materials, the composition, the lighting, and the final post-production of the render. And right here, I already have a SketchUp modeling of an office that I downloaded online, and we're going to go ahead and create a realistic rendering of it on the D5 render software. So we have a new scene here. This is our scene, and then I am going to edit the camera. Let's go inspector, let's turn off exposure completely, projection 2 point, the aspect ratio 16:9. Let's link this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the exposure. Then I will go ahead in the rectangular lighting, and let me rotate this by 90 degrees. Let's move this a little bit backwards. Let's increase it in size and the width of it as well. And now let me turn this off. Like, I'm gonna go here at the model, and I am going to download a plane. Let's increase the size. Let me go back to effects. Let me decrease the exposure a bit. Maybe I think I'm gonna need to move this a bit more backwards. And the next that I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to HDRI, and I am going to use a custom HDRI that I have here in my library. So probably something like a clear sky, which has very neutral tones. And I'm going to need to decrease the skylight and maybe the background a bit. So it's going to have to be something like this, and also the shadows. We definitely need them a bit softer as well. The intensity is just way too high here too. So we're going to check that a bit later on. Let me deal with the materials now. So if I go to effects, let me increase this, shadow local exposure. Oh, and also maybe let's turn on the ambient occlusion, turn it on as an overlay in the preview. Radius, maybe we can decrease the radius a bit. I think let me just take this off completely for now. Increase the total exposure, the overall exposure of the image. Let's just leave it like that for now. Let's turn off the bloom. I'm gonna add some strip lighting. I'm gonna add one strip lighting right here. Let's go a bit downwards. I think I'm gonna need to select this, the material of the tubes here. Let's go to, wait, why can I not make this? Oh, it's transparent. So I'm gonna need to make this emissive first of all. Yeah, this is going to be warmer, I think. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad, but I think it needs to be even more in the orange side, I guess. And let's go to effect. Let's increase the bloom a bit. Update this. I'm gonna need to apply some materials here to make all of this look a lot better. So first of all, this needs to be a white rough wall. So let me just decrease this in size. I'm gonna go to material, white wall. Let's use the white wall paint right here. And then I'm gonna use concrete, so let me type in concrete wall. What about this dirty concrete one? Let me try this one. Let's go brick, modern red brick. Let me find a better brick material. So maybe I can use this one. This could work. Cool, so now let me select this. This is supposed to be red, and the base color needs to be a bit darker, something like this. And then these need to be fully metallic. This needs to be metallic as well. So let's just increase the metallic all the way up, decrease the roughness. The plastic needs to be a bit lower in roughness as well. Framing, yeah, this needs to be metallic as well. This is this wood? I think I'll just need to edit a lot of the materials first. I'm gonna need to make the brick have a bigger displacement, and maybe if I can find a better concrete material on the ceiling, that would be much better. What I'm gonna do is these need to be translucent, or maybe I can even use foliage for this, or yeah, just make them translucent. Subsurface scattering, no. Let's make it foliage. Same for the plants. These need to be foliage to look realistic. Same for these. These also need to be foliage to look realistic. And then the bricks need to be with a displacement map. We're going to increase the height on that one by a lot. Is there a better concrete material here? Rough mod, no. Let's use this. Let me apply this here. Let's see how that will change the ceiling. Color is way too dark, so let's just make this a bit brighter, and let's do the base color map a bit. Let's desaturate it a bit. Normal map, let's increase it, and then let's do wall. Oh, I think I can try rice white irregular wall paint. Let me load this up. I'm gonna apply this to the walls. Let's go IS profile. Let's use this. Let's decrease the intensity by a lot. Let's make the temperature something like this. Let's do 2. I think I can copy this over here. Let's copy both of these. But these, I think the intensity on these is just way too high. So let's do 0.8. It is a bit better. And then let's do like point lights here. This, let's do 0.8 as well. Let's make it a lot warmer. I think the image is looking pretty close to what it needs to look like. I think there's a room for improvements in this material as well. So let's just generate this real quick. Let me rotate it to about 90 degrees. Let's move this a bit backwards. Let's increase it in size by a lot. Yeah, this definitely needs to be big. Let's increase it in size once again. Let's do 10,000 here, a bit on the left. Is it too far away? Do we need to move this a lot closer? Let's select this as well. I think something like this could work. But wait, there's something not right here. I think the rectangular lighting is a bit too far. No? Is it? Yeah, it's all the way behind there. Let's move it a bit closer. Let's go back to our view. I think this looks all right. Let me just render this out. So scene 1, I think we're already done with the scene. I think it's gonna look very good once we also add the AI enhancement on top of it. AI enhancer, strong. So let me just put this on top of the initial render. Let's put light in, and it looks pretty good. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me just say this as view 1. Let's go over here. Let's rotate. Let's just change the angle a bit. So we're gonna go to something like this. Okay, let's save it as a new scene. And then let's copy, let me just select these, move this here, rotate it. Let's move this over here. And then I'm basically gonna do the same thing for these 2 other spotlights. So it'd be something like that. Let's go over here as well. And then we can do the same thing for all of these other ones. So what I can do is I can just select this. Let's copy it over here. Let's copy it over here. Cool. All right. Let me select these 2. I think these 2 I will definitely need to change the IES to something a bit wider and maybe increase the intensity of them a bit. Not too much, but just maybe instead of 0.8, maybe 1.2. And we go back to the scene here. Now let me get out of this. Let me select the bike. Let's make it metallic. Let's lower the roughness. And other than that, I think the highlights are a bit too strong, or maybe just our lighting is a bit too strong. Maybe I decrease the exposure a bit. It looks a bit more normal like this, but it also needs more, it also needs some more outdoor lighting coming in. So let me just update this here in the scene. Maybe I can get this a bit closer. Let's go back to the scene. Oh, that is way too strong. Let's do 8. Let's do 3. 1. 0.5. Yeah, this one is not looking as good as I thought it would. Or maybe I can go here at the skylight and increase it. Yep, much better. I think this looks much better. And maybe I decrease the exposure a bit and maybe decrease the skylight a bit. We need more of a balance between the artificial lighting and the natural lighting here. 1.2, 1.5. Interesting. Let me select the flooring here. Let's make it less, let's make it a bit more reflective. Maybe I want it a bit more, a bit something like this because it was reflecting too much. The wood, let's decrease the roughness a bit. Let's increase, actually let me just add some maps with AI. Subsurface scattering, or no, actually foliage. So let's update the view here. Let's go to our camera. 2-point perspective, 16 by 9. Yeah, this needs to be 1920 by 1080. I think I'm gonna increase the skylight once again. Let's do 0.3. Let me just decrease the roughness on this wood here as well. Take this off for a second. Let's select this wood material. Yeah, the roughness at 1 doesn't help us at all. So we're gonna leave it around that. And then the effects. Yep, I think something like this could work. And I think I am going to increase the ambient occlusion. It looks too dark, but yeah, I think something like this could work better. Let me render this out. Scene 2, AI enhancer. Let's go for strong, enhance. Let's go to Photoshop. Let's select our scene with AI, our image with AI. Let's put it on top in Photoshop, and then we can just turn on this as lighting, and there goes our render. Let's do this, export, scene to final. So this was the first render we created. So this one is very good, and this one is very good as well, but I really like this one.